Hello, my friends. These are interesting times we're living, aren't they? A lot has happened in the last couple weeks, it seems. Certainly since I last sent out a video, it really seems like the world is changing in front of our eyes. Our way of life is changing. Our way of doing school, of doing work, of interacting with each other is changing. And I felt compelled to share some thoughts about this because, it's funny, it's windy here. Because here we are, I'm coming to you today from our campground here in New Orleans where the weather has been beautiful. But everything else we thought we were going to be doing in New Orleans, all of the jazz, all of the music, all of the wonderful food and culture that we thought we were going to be doing, of course, all of that went out the window. We arrived here last week, and before everything shut down in the city, really, we went out to dinner once. And after going out to dinner, we realized that we really wanted to start practicing social distancing. We're just going to stay home. We're not going to do any of the things we were looking forward to doing. And so we've been simply staying home in our RV, homeschooling, working, and living our simple life. And so now a lot of people are joining our way of life in a certain way. And I know that this is very unsettling for a lot of people. I've spoken with people who are feeling very squirrely, very anxious and agitated. Just the feeling of being at home and not being able to go anywhere. Of course, all of the anxiety regarding the virus and the anxiety about the economy and the anxiety about, all of the unknowns of how long this is even going to be affecting us and what are the long-term effects going to be in terms of jobs and the economy and our way of life. So this is unlike anything I think we have ever experienced. The way I've been looking at these events, I don't think we can think of any other time in history where all of humanity has been basically on the same side. You can think of examples of wars where people really come together and join forces, but there's always two sides or more. In this situation, it is all of humanity living the same experience. We're all on the same side. And you might have disagreements as to how things should be managed or could be managed and who's doing a good job or not doing a good job and all of that. But the reality is all of humanity is going through the exact same experience, and it's going to change us forever. And so I think there's actually a huge opportunity here, not just collectively for humanity, but also profoundly at the individual level. And, frankly, if this experience is going to have a positive effect on humanity, it needs to start at the individual level. So in some regards, if you look at the fact that we're all being called to go indoors, to go inward, that we're all being called to stay home, to practice social distancing, to work from home, do homeschooling, to stay inside, we can think of this also metaphorically as a calling, an invitation to go inward, to go inside of ourselves. And this is going to be heightened by the squirreliness, the fidgetiness, the unsettled feeling of being at home. Some of us, I myself am somewhat of an introverted person. I've been working from home for over 5 years. We now have been on the road living in an RV, which is a very small space, living all together 24/7, homeschooling. So I have been in this very simple kind of intimate personal space for a while now. And so I feel like there's a lot that I can share for people in how to navigate this, what can be really challenging, not being able to go out, not having kind of the independence or freedom that maybe you've had before. So I understand some of the squirreliness, which is why I really wanted to come and share some thoughts about this. And so I think that, well, I don't think this is my stance. This is my position. I believe, I know in my gut that this is an opportunity for anybody who's willing to step up to the opportunity. It's the opportunity to step into the full mastery of yourself and of your life. To choose how you navigate these times, this really kind of disconcerting, we don't even know how long this is going to be, how bad it's going to be, what are the consequences going to, entail. And so how you navigate this period of uncertainty and discomfort is really going to shape the rest of your life. It's going to contribute to shape your community and potentially to shape the world for decades to come. I don't think that we will ever be the same after this event in history. I think it's going to shift us profoundly as, humanity collectively, but also at an individual level. And so what's been interesting is that the flow of these events, of having this unfold for all of us at the same time, plus what's been happening for me in my work and my own personal journey, it's been really interesting because all of a sudden, all of this has coalesced for me to say, oh, I feel like I need to open up a space for people to gather and practice centeredness, to come and support each other, to cultivate that kind of mastery of self, that, the sovereignty of self, where you can choose how you're going to engage with your life, with yourself, with your family, with your kids, and how you're going to engage with world events, as opposed to having world events and life determine how you feel and how you show up. And whether, the news being really dire and everybody else's anxiety and panic kind of dictating how you feel and how you respond. So I decided I'm going to open up this community because this is what I do really well. I've been in I've had a deep meditative practice for it could be 2 decades. This is, the space that I nurture in myself really well so that I can do my practice with my clients. I've also been facilitating groups virtually on Zoom. Now everybody's downloading Zoom. I've been doing Zoom for years and years. This is how I do all of my work. I've been doing groups virtually for years and years. And as a hypnotherapist, as a long-time meditator, as a counselor, I've been facilitating meditation for all of my clients for many years, both individually and in groups. And lately, a lot of my clients have been saying to me that these meditations that we do together, that I guide, have been really profound for them. They've been really effective. And so I'm hearing that, I'm seeing world events, I'm seeing that there's something that I can create, a container that I can create and offer and put out there for anyone and everyone who feels called, who feels like they need this. And so here's my invitation. If you're feeling drawn to connect with community, especially community that is positive, that is about practicing centeredness and peace, about cultivating our inner resources and really showing up as our best selves. If you perhaps want to create a consistent meditation practice, or maybe you're just feeling so unsettled and squirrely in your house without knowing what to do, without having an outlet, and maybe you just want to connect with people socially because you're an extrovert. So I want to invite you to join this community. I'm calling it the Thrive With Morella Meditation Club, or Med-Club. So the Med-Club, or Meditation Club, is going to be a virtual community. We're going to come together to share intentions, share practices, share successes, and also join in meditation. I will be facilitating the meditation, so you don't have to have any sort of practice or any skill whatsoever. No specific spiritual beliefs necessary. There's no particular denomination or anything of the sort. But we're going to engage together in this really positive, constructive way to help everybody tap into those inner resources, tap into that inner centeredness, that inner peace, that inner quiet, that inner power, and operate from that place more consistently. And so this is going to be available to everyone. I am doing the first meditation this coming Monday, March 23rd, and it's free, absolutely free. Now, there is going to be kind of an ongoing membership for people who want to join more consistently. So I'm going to be doing it weekly, and in between weekly meetings, we're going to engage virtually via online check-ins, whether it's Facebook group or WhatsApp. I haven't decided that yet, to really support each other. And anybody who signs up for the membership then will be able to download all of the recorded meditations that we build up. I'll be sharing additional tools, but the free meditation is open for everyone. So if you're feeling like you really would like some help staying centered and not losing yourself in the craziness that's out there, in the fear, the anger, the anxiety that's out there, if you perhaps would like to be part of a positive community that's really helping you build and reconnect with those inner resources, and even if you just simply want to get some support on a more consistent meditation practice, then I would love for you to join me this coming Monday at Med-Club, the Thrive With Morella Meditation Club, and get us all started. And there's always going to be the invitation for anyone to join us at any time. Their first meditation will always be free. And so if you know someone, if you meet someone who's feeling really agitated, tell them to come join us. Share this with them. I'll put the link to join me for the meditation this coming Monday under this video, and so you can share that too. And the more the merrier. Will spread a ripple of centeredness, of peace, of inner power, inner strength, because we have a golden opportunity at this time through this event to come together in our full power, in our full awareness, in that connected to that inner light that we all have within, to really shift humanity in a powerful, positive way. And the best way for us to do that is to do it within ourselves and to emerge into our life from that place. So I hope you'll join me if this is feeling good for you, and if not, then do whatever it is that brings you to that place of peacefulness and quiet within you, whatever that may be. But take good care of yourself, and please do share this if you know someone who might benefit from joining the Thrive with Morella Med-Club. See you next time.